Hi everyone, it's Jessie. I just wanted to give an update on our journey and kind of let everyone know what's going on. So we were going to try to rush and start treatment in January, and we were hoping to transfer by the end of January. And then our heater decided to break and my son got RSV. So we have decided that we're just going to take our time and not pressure ourselves into trying to move forward with that transfer just yet. However, that's in addition to all the little hiccups. The biggest, most stressful thing is because I have to do local monitoring. Again, I'm in California. Our embryos are in Portland, in Oregon. So we do have to travel, and I was hoping to do local monitoring, and we also do have some IVF coverage through our insurance. What I now learned was that if I choose to do local monitoring, I am not able to use my insurance because the local clinics don't consider me one of their patients. So they won't even provide me a super bill or anything where I can at least get reimbursed through insurance. And the cost, out-of-pocket cost for us is a lot more for each test, lab, and ultrasound versus if I went through the clinic that I'm being treated at and chose to go through insurance. So with all this new information that we received, our options would be travel to Oregon, pay the big chunk, or try to move clinics. Personally, I don't want to move clinics. The stress of trying to ship the embryos here and trying to establish care with a new clinic, it's too much for me. It's overwhelming, and I want the embryos to be where they were originally created. That's what seems best for me. Now, with all the testing that I need to do, I need to do the saline sonogram. I do need to do, obviously, baseline ultrasounds. We need to do ultrasounds during the cycle that I choose to transfer. We have a lot of blood work to do, which thankfully I can do those locally. At least the labs are a lot more affordable. So that doesn't stress me out. It's just the ultrasounds, which are very costly. So at this point, I do think that I'm going to travel to Oregon. Also, our local clinic doesn't want to do the saline sonogram because I'm not their patient. So I would have to travel 2.5 hours to another city where there is a clinic that will do it, or travel really far to Oregon. Personally, I'm choosing to go to Oregon. I'd rather be with the doctor that's going to treat me. Now, it's just really unfortunate though, because my husband's probably not going to go with me. Someone has to stay home and take care of the baby, and it's just going to be a lot more challenging than I expected. In my brain, I was like, oh, it's easy. Let's just leave the embryos there and I can travel just for the transfer and I'll do all the local testing. That's not what's happening. So I'm stressed out. My husband's stressed out. In addition, we just have all these big expenses because we have to replace our heater, which totally caught us off guard. And if you're doing any type of infertility treatment, you know the cost of medical care and tests and everything that we have to go through. So with all that being said, we have decided to push out our timeline. Still hoping for February or April, but nothing soon, which is a bummer, but we're trying to trust and have faith that everything is in the right timing. I did, however, start birth control just so that the clinic could have more control of my cycle. So I started that a few days ago, since it was the beginning of my cycle, and we'll see how it goes. Also, being on birth control, I don't know if anybody else out there gets the same symptoms. It makes me super nauseous. I am struggling. I hate taking birth control. The hormones, for whatever reason, they don't sit well with me, and it just sucks. So that's where I'm at. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me down below. Follow me on Instagram. I'm way more active on there, and I'd probably talk to you a lot quicker. But we'll post another update as soon as we decide to move forward. All right, have a good day, guys.